Here's the truck just up ahead here. It's gonna be a good day, guys. Unfortunately, it's pouring rain outside, so that's not a good part of today. What is up, Loud and Proud fam? I hope you guys are doing amazing. A couple of people left down in the comments one time, hey, how about you call us a Loud and Proud crowd? What's up, Loud and Proud crowd? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I have a feeling this thing gets flashy when there's a lot of rain. This is the first time I've actually been on my trip with a lot of rain, so maybe it's one of those things. Anyways, we're gonna get the grill started up. Yeah, so we gotta go over to help my dad. He's gotta rip some boards down to size with the table saw. And then, not sure what the video is gonna be on today, but I will figure something out. I usually always do, so thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet joined the family, please subscribe. Growing every single day by the hundreds, and I would love to have you along for that journey. Lots of big things coming up for the channel, lots of good future things in the works, so thank you guys so much. Those of you who have stuck around for a long time, thank you for those of you who will be sticking around for a long time. Let's get on with the day. You get these halos turned on, like a stormtrooper. Let's get going. I let the truck warm up. I always let my vehicle warm up 5 to 10 minutes. Some guys say, oh dude, that's way overkill. You don't need to let a freaking truck warm up 10 minutes. But I just generally do, and if it's in the winter, sometimes I'll let it warm up 20 minutes. You guys don't have to let your trucks warm up, but it's just one of those things that I like to do before I make any kind of video content with it, before I drive it just normal on the road like this, where I barely even ever see 2,000 RPM. It's just one of those things where I like to take that precaution just to make sure the truck gets plenty of time to warm up. And everything's good to go. Oil's warmed up just a little bit, so we're going to get over to the property here. I had a guy mention the other day, and he said, you know, I find it really dumb that you buy mud terrains on a vehicle that rarely sees mud. And I said, well, he said, so what's even the purpose of a mud terrain on a vehicle that you're not gonna see mud in? I just like the look. And generally, if you're going to dump hundreds or thousands, I guess, of dollars, you'd preferably gets the product that you like. So, I mean, I don't need to, like, technically right now, I don't need to own a truck. I could buy a Honda Civic and use my dad's truck to pull a landscape trailer 2 days a week. But I want a diesel truck, and I do use it. I mean, since I have it, I do use it. But I wanted the truck, so that's why I bought the truck. I wanted mud terrains and a leveling kit. That's why I did that. I wanted fuel wheels, so I got fuel wheels. I mean, it's just one of those deals. So it's just like anything else in life. You usually get it because you want it, if you have the choice. So I just like the look. And you know, in Indiana, in Ohio, you know, where we go a lot back and forth, you can get some pretty gnarly snow up here. And I know a lot of you guys up north, you guys can relate to that. And for example, like where I'm going to be moving to, my grandparents, they have like a half-mile long driveway, and they don't have a way to plow it. So it's most of the time in the snow, and it's down in a deep valley. It gets buried in deep snow. And so basically, that added traction and height is almost needed there. Like, they get so many times they're just stuck in their drive and they can't get out because it's too deep of snow and they don't have a way to clear it out. So not trying to create excuses for owning mud terrains, but in a sense, like, I'm gonna have purpose for them. I'm gonna use them. There's gonna be tight spots where I know I'm like, well, thank goodness I freaking had a mud terrain and a little bit more clearance. So that's kind of why I buy them. I mean, it's not because I absolutely have to have them. I could run street tires like if I lived down south, but I honestly just like the look. So just a little added note I would put in there for you guys. Some of you guys wondering why buy mud terrains if you're not going to go mudding every day. So there's my reason. What the heck? Oh, just a piece of my rocker panel fell off. What's going on? Just taking apart tornado bracing, huh? Whoa! I got that on camera. You almost smoked that thing. It was like right there. That's funny.
It's not so wet here. But
Just right there. Yeah, it's weird because I don't even see where it's coming from. Huh, where we just finished putting some boards up here. We're gonna get to ripping some boards over there on the table saw. Kind of like what we did the other day, you saw in that time lapse. Run some of those boards on the other side of that stuff over there through here. We just throw the scrap over there and we throw the boards that are ripped down to size over there. Good old first gen. Other than this though, which is bad, but it's only, you know, it's not terrible for the age of the truck. It's in pretty good, dang good shape. So we're about to rip some of these boards down to size, but the reason we're doing this mostly is because there's this nailed edge up here, and basically some of the board structurally is not the most, not in the best condition. So we're gonna rip off, what, about 2 inches? Inch and a half, 2 inches. Yeah. And then, you know, try to get the more rotted part of the board off so we have a more solid piece of wood to work with. And so we're gonna be working on this pile here, as well as some of this over here that my brother knocked over. My dad had it stacked like dominoes, and then basketball ran over, you know, all that stuff. So yep, we're gonna get to doing that right. Boom, bam. Well, that was fast. Click it or ticket. That was a good little morning of work there. See, sometimes my buzzer's on, sometimes my buzzer's not. 7.3 Dad just fired up. Can't beat that Cummins, man. I mean, I'm just saying that it's not, don't take that the wrong way. I just like my truck, man. I just like my truck, that's all. I ain't no fanboy. I'll drive any diesel. Okay, everybody, so I don't know if you guys remember, but in yesterday's video, I was doing the rolling coal video and kind of going through, and I drove past a second gen just around the corner of my house. And I remember telling my dad, I said, hey Dad, you know, I just passed a second gen just around the corner of the house. Like, I don't know what kind of condition it is, you know, what the bed is in, you know. I don't know, you know, what they're asking for it, but now I don't know for sure, so we're gonna have to call and see. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I think you know, there's a couple living there, and her husband had died, I think, a year or two ago. And basically, they had gone through and sold a bunch of his stuff and whatever. And I don't know if it's that house. I don't know if that's his truck, and they're just now getting around to just selling it, just kind of because they're like, what are we gonna do with it, you know, sort of thing. It kind of sounds bad, but not to take advantage. But like, if the truck was selling cheap enough, and maybe they just don't realize that it's a 12 valve Cummins and how high the demand is for that truck, it might be worth stopping by and getting the phone number, calling them up, and just kind of saying like what the miles are, and then whatever, and like, depends on what they're asking for it. Basically, then look the truck over very well, and if the truck's in half decent condition, maybe, I thought I drove past and the bed was in a little bit rough shape, so we might have to, we would probably take off the bed, flatbed the thing. Who knows? I'm not going to say too much because you don't really know for sure, but I guess in the end, this is what I'm trying to get to, is if the truck's cheap enough and we can get a really good deal on it, and it's in good enough shape to where there's not a ton to do, we could buy the thing cheap, do the basic, you know, service the thing through, grease up all the joints, you know, flush the transmission fluids, like do all that stuff, differentials and stuff, in about 3-4 weeks, and then flip the thing and maybe make a few $1,000 on it. Now, like I said, I don't know if the truck, what they're asking for, I don't know the mileage, I don't know the condition, so that's just all, I mean, that'd be perfect. And like, if it was what it might be, what I think it might be, the type of situation that it might be in as to why it's for sale. But like I said, I don't know for sure. So basically, I'm just gonna drive by, I'm gonna get the phone number, I might call the number, see if anybody answers, see if I can get some kind of intel on the truck, you know, a little bit of information. And depending on what it is, my dad said that he'd be willing to possibly go 50-50 on it with me and fix the thing up, get all the stuff done, and basically flip the thing. If, like I said, if all of this winds up to be what I think it might be. So don't know for sure, so who knows. But if that's the case, we may have another second gen build coming in very soon, so who knows. But let me just go by this truck, give you guys a real light peek at it, and see if I can get the phone number to give it a call. It was disgusting this morning, but it is beautiful blue skies now. Here's the truck just up ahead here. See if I can get the number on it. I'm gonna try to get out really quick and just kind of take a peek around it without looking too nosy. Well, I just got a little bit of information on it. It would definitely need a flatbed, maybe even a paint job. Overall, if you could get it cheap enough, it'd still be worth looking into. So I'm gonna give this phone number a call here when I get back to the house and see if there's any possibility on this truck. So I told my dad, I said, who knows, maybe it's a 150,000 mile truck that they're getting rid of for cheap because they don't know the value of it. I looked in the window, 149.9 something is the mileage. I was like, no way. So I mean, it's got some rust, obviously the bed is shot. It's mostly just the bed. From the cab back, it's crap. I mean, the bed is just shot. Basically that's what I would do is we would probably throw a flatbed on it. Might be worth just looking into getting a flatbed, swapping out possibly wheels and tires, and basic service, go through, make sure everything looks like it's safe to go, and flip it. But I'm gonna give my dad a call here and let him know what he thinks. Well, I got the phone number here, so I'm going to call the number and see if I can get a couple questions answered on the truck. Hey, I saw the old Dodge for sale out front. Is that your place? Yeah, just wanted to know, you know, why it was being sold and asking price and stuff like that. Understandable. 96. Yep, I saw that. What are you asking for it then? 6,800? Okay. Looks like it probably would need a new bed and maybe some framework, but other than that, I mean, nothing you wouldn't expect for the age of the truck, for sure. Does it have any issues, you know? See, mine's a 96 too. It's got 220,000 miles on it. I just bought it a couple months ago. Yeah, well, thank you. I will talk to my father about that. I just saw the truck there and just didn't know what you're asking for it. Yep, bye. I drove by that truck and then I also called the guy. He said that they're asking 6,800 for it. It's got 149,000 miles. Yeah, he said that. And it was that guy's truck that you were talking about. And basically he said that, you know, when he passed away, that he inherited it. He's a son-in-law or something. He said he inherited the truck. Basically, he has a different truck and he doesn't really need a diesel. It's an automatic with the four-wheel drive on the floor. It's just like mine. It's the exact same spec as mine. Interior's in great shape. Yeah, same truck, just the bed looks really dumb. Okay guys, so I just got off the phone with my father, and what I want to let you guys know is basically that truck is almost exactly what I thought it was going to be. Unfortunately, the previous owner of the truck had passed away a few years ago, exactly what I kind of predicted, and basically the truck just isn't being used for the proper use. And the guy said that he's like, yeah, I mean, I've never owned a diesel. He's like, I just don't know. He's like, but I mean, since we haven't been running, he's like, I don't know if it's just been kind of hard starting. It might be fuel problems. And I mean, if you left old diesel on it, could be fuel problems, or it could just be dead battery, weak battery. He's like, I mean, you have no idea. If the truck's just been sitting there, it could be a little bit seized up. Like, I don't know. He said it runs, but it can be kind of hard starting. Thing's only got 149,000 miles on it. I'll just kind of go through really quick. Previous owner passed away, and so the guy inherited the truck. Okay, so he doesn't owe anything on the truck. It didn't cost him anything. He doesn't owe anything on the truck. Just basically he was given the truck, so to speak. He tried to trade it in everywhere. He said that nobody would give him $1 for it, so to speak, so he's just kind of like stuck with it. And he said that he's already got a truck, so he doesn't need a diesel. He doesn't want a diesel, so it's just sitting out front. The thing's got 150,000 miles on it. The bed's in rough shape, but here's what I'm thinking. He's asking 6,800, and my dad and I, we kind of just had a real quick conversation on the phone. I don't know how much of you guys, heard that. But he's like, I said, Dad, basically, I said, I was just talking to you about this in the house before you went to work. I said, that truck, the bed's in rough shape, okay? We would have to flatbed the thing. But I said, that truck might be a truck that we can buy for $4,500. It's bone stock, 150,000 miles, so it's low miles for that truck. Maybe do really light framework, sand it down, throw some chassis saver on it, swap it out with a flatbed for $1,000, put some decent wheels and tires on it, $1,100. And sell the thing for $9,000. I mean, you don't know. So we could both walk away making some cash and have a really fun project for about a month, maybe 2 months, and then basically that's that. And it wouldn't be too expensive to get that truck to where we want it. And now, like I said, I just said yesterday, I legit said I would never buy another second gen build. unless it was like the right deal. Now this isn't a perfect condition truck, but if it's a steal of a deal and I can get some more content out to you guys, something cool, just a fun, cool project for a couple of months, or just about a month, get this truck built up, have some fun with it, flip it for $9,000, $10,000 with only 150,000 miles on it with a flatbed on it. Guys, I mean, it would make sense to do if you can do that. You know, just take the numbers. You know, let's say, I'm just gonna do some real quick, simple math here. You pay $4,500 for the truck, right? We could legit have this truck for a month. We could put, like this is saying, if we could get the truck, let's say for $4,500. Like I said, the only reason the guy might do this, it doesn't cost him anything, he doesn't owe anything on it, he didn't buy the truck, he just inherited it, he doesn't want a diesel, he has no reason for it. He said that trading it in, they wouldn't give him anything for it, not a dollar. And so basically, this is what we could do with the truck. $4,500, we could take the truck off the guy's hands, we could replace the bed for $1,200, put a flatbed on it, probably use flatbed, maybe sand it down, repaint it, bed lighter coat it or something like that, and we could throw a cheap 4-inch exhaust on it for $200. We could do $1,100 wheel and tire setup, wouldn't be too bad. We could level it out for $100, new shocks on it for $160. I mean, we would be at about $7,100, and we could have that thing set up, ready to sell to somebody that would love the truck, and we could probably sell for $10,000. You guys think about that. We could do that, and then we would have a blast, legit have a blast, build the truck, make some content for you guys, make a ton of money on the videos, make a ton of money on the truck, have a really good time. It would be a lot of fun. I just think it would make sense. It would be a really fun thing to do, and I think it might be something we might have to consider. I don't know what this is gonna be. I don't know what this might end up being, but all I know is that this is a potential next build / project for the channel, and this wouldn't be, you know, all new headlights and tail lights and this and that, you know, like everything like my truck, because my truck's already costing a lot of money. Basically, like my truck, if I were to sell it, I'm not gonna make that money back on it, but for this truck, if we can get it for a good enough deal, we might be able to build it up. I mean, heck, for all, you know, one of you guys would love to do, you know, love to buy the truck. I mean, who knows, but our intentions would just be to build it, get a month's worth of video on it per se, not solely on this truck, but get some content out on the truck, get some new stuff on the truck, wheels, tires, flatbed, new shocks all the way around, new strut tires maybe, new leveling kit on the thing, straight pipe. You might have a nice truck ready to go, ready to sell for 10 grand. I mean, who knows? I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, could you please smash the like button? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. Do you think we should do it? If we can get the truck for, let's say, $4,000 to $4,500, do you think we should buy the truck, slap some of those basic mods on it to make the thing look drivable, make it look roadworthy, make it a good looking truck, and sell the thing and make a profit on it, bring you guys a ton of cool, entertaining footage and content at the same time? Let me down in the comments below what you guys think on that. If you have not joined the family yet, please hit that subscribe button, bro. What are you doing? I'd love to have you in on the journey. You never know what's going to happen on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.